What is the meaning of this? Let go of me. I didn't realize I was still gripping her wrist. She pulled her hand back and I quickly let go. Oh, she cried as she lost her balance and fell. Mother! My sisters screamed in unison. They knelt down to help her. You ungrateful wench! How could you do that to the queen? She told me to let her go. That's what I heard as well. He had a big smile on his face. How dare you laugh at the queen? Guards, seize him. The queen's guards moved forward, but I blocked their way. No, I was the one who let go of Stepmother's hand. If you want to punish someone, punish me. The queen's guards stood their ground but looked bewildered. What are you waiting for? Seize them. The guards again started to advance on us. Halt! A loud voice rang out in the courtyard. Everyone looked at where the voice came from, and we saw my grandpa Anthony stomping angrily toward us. What is the meaning of this? The guards shuddered in fear. They had every right to be scared. This old man was a war hero. Father, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing, Mila. Father, this bastard burned Harper's face, look. The queen pulled her daughter beside her to show him the gauze covering her cheek. After a few weeks, it still hasn't healed. You know Harper is the most beautiful of the king's daughters. The most beautiful, Logan thought. Is she blind? Amelia is clearly the most beautiful of Matthew's daughters. Even if they gave her rags to wear, she outshines her sisters. She should be punished severely. Do you really think Harper was scolded by hot tea? Grandfather, what do you mean? Of course I was burned. You can ask Jackson. He was there when it happened. Are you doubting your own granddaughter? You're siding with this bastard over your own granddaughter? Enough. Someone told me he saw Harper with no burn on her face. Who would tell such lies? I was the one who told Grandpa. Theodore stepped forward. Harper, I saw you a few days ago and your face was as smooth as a baby's. Well, what? Nonsense! Then why not take off your bandage, Princess Harper? You can clear your name if we can just see your wound. Nonsense! If you remove the bandage, the wound will get infected. You're asking my sister to ruin her face? She stepped forward to defend her younger sister. No, I don't want it exposed. Maybe some other time. I was also curious whether Harper was really burned by the hot tea that slipped out of my hands. I remembered how hard Miles had slapped my face, how painful it was. I clenched my fists. I wanted to rip that gauze off Harper's face. Suddenly, a cat appeared out of nowhere. It sprang toward Harper's face, hissing. Harper was taken by surprise. She tried to pry the cat off her face, but it just dug its claws deeper into her skin. Harper, my daughter! Someone help her! The queen's guards looked at each other. They were from the lower class, and touching the princess was punishable by death. Oh, for goodness sake! Where are the maids? It hurts! My face! My face! The cat was pulled off of Harper after some significant effort by the maids. It bounced on the ground and ran away so quickly that the guards weren't able to catch it. Everyone was speechless. My face, it hurts, it hurts! Harper was crying in pain. Her face was full of scratch marks. There are no burns. It was I who first spoke. I can only see the scratches the cat made, but there are no burn wounds on your face. You lied to me. So what if I lied? Harper screamed. You're guilty if I say you are. No one will dare defy me. She was right. If Grandpa hadn't been there to defend me, the Queen would have punished me. If Theodore hadn't been there to tell them Harper was lying, I'm sure Logan would have fought with the Queen's Guard and been branded a traitor to the kingdom. I saw what they were aiming for. They wanted Logan out of the way so I would lose my defender. They still wanted to bully me on top of everything they had done since I arrived at the palace. Rage burned inside me. The Queen and her entourage left my courtyard at last. I sighed with relief. I glanced back at Grandpa and Logan, curious about what they would have to talk about. They had grave faces. Was that your doing? What are you talking about? Leon tried to look ignorant, but his smile contradicted it. You know what I mean, the cat? You mean the cat that emerged from out of nowhere and attacked Princess Harper? Would you believe me if I said I wasn't involved? Then was it just a coincidence? I can tell you that the cat's actions were not purely coincidence. It was a coincidence that it was passing by here. Meaning? The attack was instigated by magic. Magic? But you're the only one here who knows how to use magic unless there's some spy in the palace I don't know about. You know very well that there's another Atlantean here, old General. You mean, yes, General, your granddaughter, Princess Amelia. But how? No one has taught her to use magic. They were still sitting in his office. Let me explain, General. Imagine a bottle of champagne. The champagne is the magic power, and the bottle is the body of the magical person. The body is like a container. Even if the person doesn't know how to use the magic, it's still inside them. Emotion can release the magic. If the person is taught how to use it since they were young, it'll flow smoothly out, like opening a bottle of champagne. The cork is carefully opened and the contents can be poured slowly. But if a person wasn't taught how to use magic, or doesn't know they have magical abilities, it can be dangerous. It can even lead to death. Lead to death? How can it be so dangerous? As I said, emotion is the key to harnessing magic. If an uneducated person suddenly has a surge of emotion, the magic inside them can burst out. So you mean if a magical person has a burst of emotion, the magic can be released uncontrollably? Exactly. Especially in Amelia's case. As a descendant of the Atlantean royal family, her powers are beyond my own. What can we do to prevent her magic from destroying her?
Hey, I'm Amelia. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episode of The Forgotten Princess.